Welcome back to the episode. We are in front of tentacles and stuff, and we are leveled up a lot. Now we can level up to level 10, which is actually quite surprising. So
my faith will guide me.
yeah, let's just go for her level up right now. That's the most convoluted, most tricky one, because we can always select some spells and whatnot. You can cast Divine Intervention to invoke your god's aid. Once used, this can never be used again. No, the real question is, what kind of aid does she get now? And why is it that light? Maybe for you to not use it up that early on in the game. Maybe this is the reason why. So, how does that one work? Call upon your deity in your moment of greatest need. Once they interfere, your deity will never do so in this manner again. In this manner again. It doesn't say that it will never do it, just not in that manner. The caster can only use this feature once in their adventure. Wow. That is like a win button, maybe. Just have to make sure to... Wait. What if you have multiple clerics? What if you have a reskilled cleric? How does Divine Intervention work with characters that you reskill as clerics? Oh, that would be nice. So, whatever. We can get another cantrip in order to do things with. Gain advantage on intimidation and performance checks, which is good. Since when is Thaumaturgy a cantrip? Intimidation and performance checks. Huh. Nice. Nice. I never knew this was a cantrip. Or at least I forgot Blade Ward. Also, take only half the damage from bludgeoning, piercing, and lashing attacks. Problem is it's used as an action, and I don't like actions being like that. Would be nicer to be like a bonus action for these things. Infuse an object with an aura of light until long rest. Yes. But why do you want that? Wait, there's an item that does additional damage to targets that are illuminated. So if you have a light source that is not a torch, because maybe you want like other weapons in your hand, then this light cantrip might be a very nice way of doing so. You can play as like light-ish paladin thingy, whatever, a light wizard. That'll be quite interesting. So, what do we want? Advantage intimidation performance checks, or only taking half damage? Half damage is actually quite nice. But how does half damage work together with saving throws? Maybe you can get just a quarter of damage then. That would be quite neat. Intimidation and performance checks. Thaumaturgy. No, we're gonna go with Thaumaturgy, I think. Yeah. I mean, if I'm going to talk to other characters and I'm having intimidation and performance checks going up, then Thaumaturgy might be good. An advantage is really, really nice. We're gonna take that one. That's a nice story-related thing. I think in combat, Blade Ward may not be that helpful. Or maybe it would. Ugh. Okay, so what do we have now? Ranger level 6 and Rogue level 4. The idea is to go to Rogue level 5, yes. And that one sadly doesn't give you much, except for the Uncanny Dodge. And you, I think, also deal more damage with backstabs now. Once you get that one. Iffy. You select an ability to protect yourself. When an attack hits you, you only take half the usual damage, which is kind of like Blade Ward. It's a permanent Blade Ward, but I think this is more like a reaction that you can trigger. But all right, we're gonna take that one. So, Lae'zel. What are you gonna get? Improve combat superiority. The size of your superiority dice increases to 1d10. The reason why it's good is because before it was a 1d8 or something, and before that it was, I think, also a little bit smaller. It was a 1d6 or something like that. Whatever. So the superiority die changes in size so that you can roll higher numbers. And yeah, it gives you the ability to roll higher numbers and makes every other number less likely to roll, which is quite interesting. Whatever. This one gets added to your combat tactics, and therefore you deal just more damage if you use them. Now we gain 2 more maneuvers. There's just one teensy problem. I do not know which one to use because I already got the cool ones. Like proning is cool. Riposting is more like a passive thing. That's pretty sweet. Sweeping attack, swing weapon, and a rapid sweeping arc to attack multiple enemies at once. Roll your spirit to die for damage. Yeah, you have to... Oh, look at that. Yeah, you actually have to select that in order to make real sense. Let's see. Swing your weapon and a rapid sweeping arc to attack multiple enemies at once. 1d10. Does this one just deal the superiority die damage, or does it also deal weapon damage? And then we got pushing attacks. And pushes your... weapon damage plus. This is the difference there. Push your target back 4.5 meters. Do we want that? Oh. The reason why you want to push back enemies is so that they fall down chasms. And I don't like to do that because I like loot much more than that. So sweeping attack is a nice AoE. And I usually use Gleave for that. But Gleave is not always ready. Alright. So... what else we got? We got precision attack. Your next weapon attack gets an attack roll bonus equal to his ability. So this just makes it more likely for you to hit. The thing is, your next weapon attack, it says until long rest, but it's only the next attack roll. But you can at least buff you up a little bit. I don't know how short rests actually work there. Until your next long... yeah. You can... maybe you can use your previous die, because the superiority die always refresh on short rests. I think it was short, yeah. And the nice thing is you can use unused superiority die to trigger that, so that once you are using your short rest, then maybe you get that bonus still, because it's until the long rest, right? And then you get a bonus and all of your superiority dies. It's actually quite nice. Whatever. Then we got like menacing attack. What's that one? Possibly frightens your target. Frightening is always nice. They'll have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, and they cannot move. It's like proning, almost. Yeah. It's like proning. Except that proning's nicer. And this one stays there for 2 turns. Yes, cannot move. Frightened enemies also have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. Yes. But it doesn't make it so that you get critical hits if they are prone. Where's that one? Yes. Attack against a creature have advantage if they are within so many meters. No, wait a minute. On ability check and attack rolls. Okay, yeah, they just got disadvantage. That's what it is. So this one makes them less likely to do things. Frightening. And cannot move. They cannot move, so it holds it in place if they run away all the time. Casters, ranged attack guys. Very interesting maneuver. Maneuvering attack. What's that one? Attack an enemy. On a hit, you can use forced maneuver on an ally, increasing their movement speed. Okay, so I attack and someone else just can run faster. That's an interesting one. You can also use it as a ranged one. That's cool. Forced maneuver. Increase an ally's movement speed by 50%. They don't provoke opportunity attacks. Oh, and that's the kicker here. Not only do they increase their movement speed, they do not provoke opportunity attacks. And this is a way to, like, use your characters in an alternating way to move forward. Like, having multiple fighters with combat strategy might be really annoying. Like playing chess almost. So anyway, maneuvering attack is a really cool one. But again, you could... it is good if you want to... Yeah, let's say we have the Lae'zel and Karlach. Both of them need to be in melee range, therefore they need good movement. Good positioning. So... 2 melee characters could handle that pretty well. Goading attack, what about that one? Goad an enemy into attacking only you. It gains disadvantage on attack rolls against anyone but you. Yeah. It says goad. Disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than the spellcaster. Only for 1 turn. So... it's like having a disadvantage on attack rolls generally, right? Menacing attack, this one right here, has the same thing. On miss, don't use that. Yeah, possibly frightens. And this one doesn't seem to have a possibility, it just happens. So there's no way to roll against it, maybe. So this is better because it always happens, but it only happens for 1 turn. So there's the trade-off there. And feigning attack. Use both your action and bonus action this turn to attack a target with advantage and bonus damage. Okay. So... Okay, advantage. Is there anything else in here that also has advantage or something? Precision attack. Your next weapon attack gets an attack roll bonus. The thing is, this one doesn't use up in action. See that? This one is an action. This one is a bonus die only, right? Or it's a superiority die. So you can use this in between attacks in order to make your next attack more likely to hit. Your next weapon attack gets an attack roll. Okay, so... This one... No, wait a minute. Gets an attack roll bonus. It's not advantage, it's an attack roll bonus. So you can get an attack roll bonus and advantage, meaning that it's very highly, very likely for you to hit the target. So... Feigning attack might be a really cool one. Only it's like smiting, but yeah, it's kind of like smiting, almost. The thing is, what would be nicer to have? Damage that is more likely to happen, or something like a trip attack or a disarming attack that benefits the whole team, because then the target cannot do anything anymore. Like, this is good if you want to buff your characters, but in a way, if you debuff an enemy, it is more advantageous for the whole party, because that enemy cannot be as dangerous anymore. Of course, we are also only focusing on one target all the time, but but at least this way, we can make sure that priority targets can't be that damaging. Okay, so feigning attack, interesting. So distracting strike, how does that work? Distract your target, giving your allies advantage on their next attack roll against it. Okay, so this also deals weapon damage and normal damage. Okay. Giving your allies multiples advantage on their next attack roll against it. I don't know how that works. Distracted. Are not paying any attention to their surroundings. The distractor's allies have advantage on their next attack roll against the creature. Okay. So this one lets everyone else get the advantage on the damage. But I don't know if everyone benefits from advantage, or if it's just the first damaging instance. So distracting strike is something that I have to look up right now. Distracting strike. So the distractors allies have advantage, yada yada yada. But is it all of them? And it's also range, right? The fact that you can just use range for that is that you can make it like a focused attack. Distract your target, giving your allies advantage on their next attack roll against it. Distract. Does distract disappear though? Does distract disappear? Distract, distract, distract. Not paying attention. Allies have that creature. Loses duration start a turn, but it doesn't seem any different than that. Weird. The duration is 1 turn, but the effect perishes at the start of the enemy's turn. That means the attack should be made against the target that goes after one of your allies who want to benefit from the advantage. Oh, very interesting. Or would I ever use this over a trip? Yeah, distracting strike. What else? Only allows for 1 attack with advantage, then the effect ends. Oh, that's stupid. Okay. Distracting strike has a chance to make 3 allied attacks hit, while goading attack has a chance to prevent 1 enemy attack. Does it really? Isn't this redundant for melee attacks simply spending in the melee and Yeah, next one or all? I get conflicted information on that one. It says it only allows for 1 attack with advantage, then the effect ends. But some of them say that it's free because of the rest of the team. Distracting strike. Does it work or does it not? So, trip attacks. Amazing against prone conditions, cancel their turn and give a free advantage. Sure. Running a great old one, yada yada. Pass is really good. Sure. Ways of footwork, yada yada. Activated sword, pop up on Lae'zel status, but when ended her turn and noticing she lost it. Wait, no. I don't know if the things you cannot really click on trip attack now to figure out what it uses. Or if it has a roll against it. Let's just get out of here. I want to see something.
Enough waiting.
Trip attack here. Yeah, it has a strength save, right? And some other thingies don't have a save. And the fact that there are specific abilities with save on them, and some others that are 100% certain, that might just be it. Yeah. Yeah, this one doesn't seem to have a roll on it. Or maybe it just doesn't show up. Maybe it just doesn't show up. That would be annoying. Wait a minute. Maybe it does not show up. No, it doesn't. So it's 100% certain that it happens. There's no way for you around it. Or maybe it is tied to the attack itself. So if the attack hits, the effect also hits, or something like that. Whatever. Interesting. Distracting strike, peaky free, all free. Distracting strike. Distracted. Distracted. PG free. Does it work or does it not? Okay, I can't find that information that quickly, which is quite annoying. So what else we got? We got Commander Strike. Direct an ally to strike a foe. The ally uses a reaction on their next turn to make a weapon attack. It's only good if you don't want your reaction. Like, not only does it use an action, a bonus action, a superiority die, and the reaction of another ability, of another character, so you use up an awful lot of resources. It's very bad in terms of action management. You use up far too much and only gain like, yeah. Ally uses a reaction in the next turn to make a weapon attack. And it's only a weapon attack, so... And yeah, you lose your own weapon attack, Commander Strike. Like, why would that be good? And also direct an ally to strike a foe. They also have to move there. Commander Strike. Strike. There's something weird about that. I don't see the benefit of this thing. Commander Strike triggers extra attack for the character using it. Weapon attack given to an ally does not trigger extra attack since it doesn't cost an action. Best used on characters that can make strong weapon attacks such as paladins or rogues. Okay. Anything ranged mostly. It's very weird. I don't see any good ones other than sweeping attacks right now. Commander Strike is a cool one, but it uses up far too many resources. That's why I don't like it. We're not gonna go for that one. Distracted thingy definitely helps with allied plays and whatnot. Like a Commander Strike just, yeah, it gives someone else an attack. Okay, when could Commander Strike be... No. If you lose your own damage this turn, so this is not good. So better way would be to have Distracting Strike like that one. That also does damage and gives advantage to someone else other than you, right? That is a really good team thingy. Feigning attack. This turn to target with advantage and bonus damage. No. This is not good because it uses a bonus action. Distraction Strike is better because it doesn't use that. Yeah. Much nicer. Maneuvering could be useful for other melee characters. And not triggering opportunity attacks. Menacing attack. Yeah, if an enemy cannot move, they cannot run away, right? That's at least something good. But they could still attack, but with less chance. So, your next weapon attack gets an attack roll. Yeah. Equal to your superior. Your next weapon attack gets an attack roll equal to your superiority die. So it's 1d10 bonus of it hitting. Wait a minute, there's actually a difference between having advantage and having an attack roll that's higher. Because You can roll, let's say, a, I don't know what you usually roll, a 20, which is a critical hit, which always hits, but okay, let's say you hit, you roll a 19. That's your highest roll that you can get. If an enemy has an armor class of more than that, right? Actually, can you hit someone that I don't think so, huh? I don't think that's working. So, yeah, let's say you have an armor class that is higher than 19. So you cannot hit them at all. It would always miss. So what you need is you need an improvement on your attack rolls. Usually you get those improvements on attack rolls from proficiency bonuses or whatever. It just happens. So you don't have to worry about it. But, so let's say you don't have those things and you need a higher roll somehow. This one makes it possible for you to actually get that higher roll. Maybe get that higher roll. But you still lose the superiority die, even if the attack fails, I think. Yeah. I think you would still lose that one, so it gives you a chance to roll higher. Advantage is the same chance as before, but in this case you just use the higher roll. I don't know why. Yeah, why wouldn't advantage? Feigning attack. I mean, you could still roll lower. So let's say the enemy's armor class is like 15. So that means anything higher than 15 has a chance of hitting. So feigning attack would give you the opportunity to roll higher. In this case, the other one would work also, but feigning attack uses a bonus action. Okay. So, goading attack or only attack you. This is actually really good if the enemy only has melee capabilities, or mostly melee capabilities. You can lure an enemy in like that. So with my playstyle of the problem is only for one turn. That's the real issue. But anyway, they got disadvantage on attack rolls, which makes it... Yeah, they have disadvantage on attack rolls if they attack anyone else. But they could still attack me. Don't want that. Anyway, menacing attack, precision attacks. That was that, and the pushback. Cool and all, but no. Unmiss does not bend its superiority die, but it still uses the action. Okay, I would say we're going for Distracting Strike because it's the one that uses the least amount of resources. Yeah, we're gonna go for Distracting Strike and Sweeping. Very tricky though, but Sweeping at least clears like a lot of 1 or whatever, how much health enemies. Okay, now for Karlach. Boy, is that a lot of health. Almost at 100. So, what do we get? Gain a passive. Change Bestial Heart again. Yeah. But no, I just like the Bear Heart. Bear Heart is amazing. Bear Heart makes you not die. That's pretty cool. Unrelenting Ferocity, I've had resistance to all damage, which is great. Wait a minute, does she actually have gear on that gives her resistance to something? Because she wouldn't really need that, would she? And this one also resistance to fire damage. Okay, should we maybe get another heart though? While raging, you can use Diving Strike. But Diving Strike only works if you are knocking them prone. You won't take falling damage. You must be above your target. Yes, that's the issue. The elk was like a charge forward. You could use Primal Stampede, and your movement speed increases by so much. That's pretty neat. And oh yeah. You could charge forward, attacking all enemies in a way and possibly knocking them prone. The prone part. That's a nice setup. Okay, so elk is pretty good. Tiger, can use Tiger's Bloodlust. Lash out to attack up to 3 enemies at once and make them bleed. Oh boy. Yeah, 3 enemies. That's actually pretty nice. Gives you higher group clear. So you can use Inciting Howl. Yeah, each ally within earshot can move an additional 3 meters during the next turn. That's good. And your allies have advantage on melee attack rolls against enemies within 2 meters of you. Meaning that she has to be next to the target anyway. But this one, with the advantage... The thing is, you don't... Well, okay, if there's advantage on a roll, then it's more likely for them to hit it, nonetheless. But what would be better? Bearheart or Wolf? And I'm never using the... usually I'm never using the Rage, just because I like my Smite abilities up and ready. But I don't need them now, because they are on a long rest or something like that. Wolfheart. Now we're gonna keep the Bearheart thing. Now, what kind of aspects we get? I can get another one. Okay. So, we got the aspect of the beast, the tiger. The aspect of the tiger infuses you with unrelenting ferocity. You add an additional strength modifier to attack rolls against bleeding or poison targets and gain proficiency in survival. That's just one teensy weensy issue. I never actually make the enemies bleed, right? Tiger's Bloodlust. That one would work fairly well with that tiger thingy here. Ah, so stupid. The aspect of the wolf boosts your stealthiness. You gain proficiency in stealth and can use aspect of the wolf. You and nearby allies add your dexterity modifier as a bonus to stealth checks. That's pretty sweet. There's no bonus ability here. Wolverine. It grants you the tools to relentlessly pursue your prey. When you attack a bleeding or poison target, you also maim it for 1 turn. Movement speed is reduced to 0 and has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Nice. So Stallion. Creates safety in movement speed. Dashing grants you temporary hit points equal to the twice your Barbarian level. Nice. So 20. That is pretty good. And dashing. There's just one teensy weensy issue. Dashing is an action, and we don't use it as a bonus action, so therefore we lose our health. We lose our damage capabilities. But it's nice to at least stay alive for a little bit. But if you get attacked, then the bonus attacks won't be that good. It's better to kill the enemy than to survive their attacks. Possibly survive their attacks, mostly. If you're poisoned, frightened, or charmed at the start of your turn, you have 50% chance to begin raging without expending a rage charge. That's nice, but there's no reason to. But wait a minute, without a rage charge, what does raging do again? Deals an additional 3 damage with melee and improvised weapons and while throwing objects. So has resistance to physical Okay, so this basically gets you 3 rage charges. And how long can you rage, by the way? Rage ends early if the Barbarian hasn't attacked an enemy or taken damage since the last turn. Yeah. Poison, frightened, or charmed. You have to begin raging. So you just rage. And get 3 rage charges, which is good. But you don't get rid of the charm effect, do you? I don't know if you... If charming stops if you are raging or not. Advantage on strength checks and saving throws. Cannot cast or concentrate on spells. So you get dumber. If you are dumb enough, can you get charmed or not? As the aspect of an elf grants you stunning swiftness, you can use aspect of the elf, giving yourself and nearby allies movement speed. That's good. But wasn't that like... No, the stallion is something different. Anyway. So everybody gets a very little amount of bonus movement speed, but it's cool. Wait a minute, it says until long rest. Is this a concentration? No. You just trigger the thing. That's actually kind of cool. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, maybe we should get aspect of the elk. As a passive trigger, that's amazing. Until long rest. Nearby allies. The question says what is nearby. It says 18 meters. So everyone inside an 18 meters radius. I don't know if this is like a single target thing or if this is like a group thing and like an aura or something. That would be amazing. Dashing grants you. Aspect of the wolf boosts your stealthiness. You gain. Infuses you with unending ferocity. You add your to attack rolls. Bleeding. Yeah. And the elk. Giving yourself an... Okay, actually I have to check this out. The aspect of the eagle enhances your eyesight. You can see in the dark up to 12 meters, which you can already do, I think. And gain advantage on perception checks. You can see in the dark up to 12 meters. So the eagle thing and that character here definitely don't help that much. Except for the advantage on perception checks, but nah. The aspect of the crocodile increases your agility in the water. Your movement speed increases. Oh, you could summon water surface, right, and make anyone else use up more movement speed. But if you have the aspect of a crocodile, then that means you can even run faster on water. Except for the fact that you could get maybe electrocuted in water or frozen or whatever. Anyway, your movement speed is increased by 3 meters while standing in water-based surfaces. On slippery surface, you also have advantage on saving throws against being prone. Oh, this is good. Okay. So you're good with watery or water-based surfaces. That's nice. Aspect of Fishing Fatigue grants you a nimble mischievousness. You gain resistance to falling damage, which is good. And throwing camp supplies blinds targets. Yeah. Throwing camp supplies. This is something that you don't really think about it. You can throw anything. And now we can blind enemies by throwing camp supplies. But what counts as a camp supply? Does it count throwing a bag, or does it anything that has like some nutritious value or something? Very interesting. And the bear, of course. The aspect of the bear infuses you with strength. Your carrying capacity is doubled, and you have advantage on strength checks. Yeah. But we already have advantage on... No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. A strength check. When is a strength check made? Usually as a safety throw. And oh no, wait. This one says advantage, not proficiency. There's a difference, and I always confuse the two. I always mix them up. Proficiency is +4 on the roll. So we have, in this case, strength bonuses, the normal one, and the 4 from proficiency, which just makes you roll a higher number. So in this case, you can roll up to a 27 ish. But then there's also advantage, which means we roll 2 dice, right, on strength saves, and use the highest one. Meaning that if there is a strength save, what can you use a strength save for, actually? Strength checks. What can you strength check against? That's actually a very strange one. Check. What can you use strength as a check for? What's an ability check? Yeah, this is not it. I want to know saving and throwing ability check. There. Asked to make a strength saving throw. You must to calculate. No, this is not it. I mean, athletics, yada yada yada, jumping and all those sorts. That's not it. Strength. What is it good for? Like the carrying capacity, that's the thing that I like. But now I'm just shoving it in the camp, and then I'm going to manage it in a different way. So I can play around it a little bit. Ways to increase, related items, affecting saving throws. Following items have a +1 to no. Benefits from strength, there you go. Deals additional damage equal to your strength modifier, no. On hit double the damage from your strength modifier, no. No. It says it's on a strength check. What can do a strength check? What can do a strength check? Yeah, usually it's an attack roll and not an attitude check. What a check is useful for is maybe a dialogue option. Or safety throws. Safety throws. Okay, so bear is a cool idea. Chimpanzee is also kind of funny because of the falling damage thing. The crocodile might be the most funny thing because if you summon water surfaces, then you can make everyone just run around and use up an awful lot of movement speed and therefore wasting their turn if they are melee. But then again, it makes it less likely for you to fall prone. This is actually quite nice. Can see in the dark and advantage on perception checks now. The aspect of the elk, that's the only one that I would see might be a great benefit. Because now everyone can move very far. Well, very far, 1.5 meters far, but how often was it that we had to move like just a teensy weensy bit to the side in order to make things work, right? But then again, you can never not have enough movement speed. You add an additional strength modifier to... No, we got this one already. You gain proficiency in strength and stealth and can cast aspect of the will your nearby allies at your dexterity modifiers as a modifier, as a bonus to stealth checks. But that's not really an issue. That's weird. Huh. See that? Only an action is shown. Yeah, it doesn't show it properly. Anyway. The thing is, if you toggle this, you could unwillingly, like the badger thingy, if you toggle this, you could unwillingly get annoyed by that. Oh, that's definitely not good. Okay, so what else we got? The aspect of the Wolverine grants you the tools to relentlessly pursue your prey. When you attack a bleeding or poisoned target, you also maim it for so and so much. And maim was again movement speed 0. It's cool, but does not help you because you have to make them bleed first. So Wolverine, cool idea. Wolf, also cool idea if you focus on a stealthy-ish kind of approach. But I would... How often do I use dash on a barbarian? Never. I use jump. So we're going for an elk. Yeah. Yeah. This or the ice savior. Whatever. We're gonna use the elk. I want to know how the elk works. So where's the elk thingy now? And also where are all of those? Ooh, so many. Okay. We could move it like that. And I have to move things a little... let's just unlock that. That's the AoE. That is melee. Melee goes down here. And range goes up here. So we have a disarming attack like that. Trip attack like that. And distracting attack like that. Sorted perfectly. And the sweeping strikes over there. Okay. And the rest just changes every time I change like my loadout. So I also wonder what your next move is.
Descend, assemble.
So, and she could use this thaumaturgy thing here is a cantrip, and that cantrip is supposed to go in here. The thing is, how do you... You cannot right-click the thing. Okay, you can drag it off to something else. What kind of cantrips do you even have? 6 cantrips.
Evacuate.
Guidance is a divination cantrip. That one doesn't need to be here. Produce flame, also cantrip, doesn't need to be here. I think we got it. Those two? 1, 2, and resistant. Yeah, also cantrip. Make a target more resistant to spell effects and conditions. It receives safety frost. That's cool. Good, but we don't need that. Now, the cantrips have to be over here. Where are my cantrips now? Where are my cantrips at? Guidance. Resistance. Now, produce flame and thaumaturgy. Nice. Perfect, 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 perfect. This stuff I think I have to sort out a little in a different way. Maybe sort it by color or whatnot. Dominate person. That's new. Oh crap, I didn't... I think I learned the wrong spell, didn't I? Think so. Or was it like learning specific spells, or was it being able to cast certain spells? Where's dominate person? Where does that one come from? Why did I get that one? Always prepared. Huh. Why did you get that one? Maybe because it's a trickery thing? No. These are the... oh, these are always prepared, it seems. Because these are from the trickery domain. Seeming should be a ritual spell. Just because. Oh, wait a minute. Seeming? And then we got disguise self. At least disguise self can be used like that. Oh, ritual spell. Nice. I like ritual spells. For the fact that you can just spam them without fear of missing out. Good old FOMO. Good. That was that. Let's just save.
No time to rest.
Do we have any more? Nope. That's here. That stuff is also sorted out. And there you go. The elk thing. Permanent. Permanent sounds good to me. Okay, let's just save. Is this a cantrip? It is! You look at that. I knew I got it somewhere. I just didn't know when or how she got thaumaturgy. Anyway, let's use this one. Awesome. Aspect of the elk is already active. Nice. Oh, this is awesome. And everyone inside a whatever how many meters radius. Oh, this is sweet. Okay, let's end the episode, which was more of a cleric focused, and it's always combat techniques that are the real kicker. Alright, let's end this episode right now and continue, of course, with, yeah, with what? I need a long rest, if that's working. Or maybe the restoration pot. I think we're going to use that one instead. And then we're going to descend. Like and subscribe, of course. Ta-ta!